There's women who have tried to move to you, and you've been like,
100%.
bro,
100%.
I
allow it. Yeah, what have I done to deserve this? What's happening here?
Remember recently?
What's happening here?
New episode featuring my guy C6, Gabriel and Wes. Hope you like this one. Summer Love, we got tickets online, shubs.com. You can find it on my page, or go on to Shubs, type in Summer Love. You lot, come on man, early summer, come find your bae man. Let's get all my guys following this channel wiped up by the end of the year, innit Wes? Hope you like this episode. Also, like, share, subscribe. We're at what, 17.3, 17.4? Yeah. It's about 50% of you watchers that ain't following us. You keep on saying, you want the channel to go. So please like, share, subscribe so that we can get out to more people. Hopefully we get some sponsors so we can get Wes full time, so that Wes having to go into slavery all the time. So please like, share, subscribe so we can get Wes full time. Thank you. What's just for the Usher performance?
No, the performance was dope still. It's proper. Yeah, it was proper.
Are you still saying he's better than Chris Brown?
He's established himself there. Like his performance was super on point. Yeah.
Would you say Usher or Chris Brown? I know it's two different eras, but if you had to say if you had to put R&B and say this is the representation of R&B, would it be Usher or Chris Brown?
Usher was spinning.
Usher
was spinning.
I think Usher's like elite.
Okay.
I think in terms of like R&B dudes, like Usher and Are You Smelly, like they're the two top. They're the two top.
Don't call it Are You Smelly.
You know what I was thinking? It didn't take me more than 0.1 second to understand what you were saying.
Hey, Are You Smelly is
No,
the GOAT though.
He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT.
No, he's the GOAT. But it's annoying because you can't even.
I've been playing them recently.
What, in the darts?
I've been playing it recently.
In darts?
Yeah, bro.
In the darts?
Let me tell you.
And the joke thing, and all people are singing along.
Bro, listen, I'm gonna tell you something. I was playing as like a 90s swing set.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I'm Motown, Philly, and I'm this and I'm Poison, and I'm like, listen, vibe. Yeah, she's got the vibe, needs to be played. Like, and I was trying not to play it. Anyway, I thought, fuck it, I was gonna play it. Can I swear?
Yeah.
So I played it, and they were going off.
As in the crowd,
they were going off, and I think some people even just switch off. They forget that it's. But I couldn't help it. He's the GOAT.
It's annoying though, cause you know what's mad, certain times I'll be singing a tune and I'm thinking, I want to flick on Spotify. Then I'm like, I can't, cause once you start listening to him, you might start listening over and over. Then the end of your Spotify comes and he's on your top, and you're doomed.
But hold on.
So man, just have to just keep the tunes in your head.
A part of me saying, you know what? We don't keep the same energy in it, cause we be playing Murderers.
Oh yeah.
We be doing all sorts of stuff. So a part of me is now like I did lock him off. In fact, I didn't delete his music. Some DJs deleted his music.
Just archive it, put it to the back.
But what I did was I put a couple exclamation marks in front of his name. So if I happen to, oh shit, yeah, like a reminder. I set myself a reminder. Oh shit, yeah. But like you can't. There's some songs that you can't go around, innit? Like, so like you're in, say like you're in a wedding or some kind of vibe like that, and happy people, they work. They actually work.
People still move to it.
They move, and it's only recent. I'd say within the last year I started playing it again.
They play him heavy in America though. I've clocked that.
Yeah, but I just don't know.
Yeah, when we're out there, I've clocked they play him heavy. Like you be like, rah, do I sing along? Do I?
As a DJ, how do you navigate with certain songs? So for instance, you say you play R. Kelly here and there. Okay, am I right in saying that you've separated the musician from their private life?
Yeah. As I said, I do feel like you have to not look at the man and then the artist. Like you have to separate them both, because there's murderers, there's man who duels, but their music is whatever, innit? So I just kind of think, fuck it, we just gotta keep it separate. And you can't erase what you know. Like we know the music that Are You Smelly's made, and it's really fucking dope, and it resonates with a lot of us. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. And then like there's little things like, for example, I'll be playing the reggae version of I Believe I Can Fly.
Yeah.
Is it okay to play the reggae version because it's not him?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess to
it's his fucking song, bro.
Can you play songs that R. Kelly wrote and maybe didn't sing on it?
The joke thing is, the songs he wrote, you can hear.
You can hear
that he wrote it. Yeah,
you can hear it.
You can actually hear it.
But there's songs that he's written that you won't know. I just found out he wrote Man in the Mirror.
Okay.
And I wouldn't, like, not that I played Man in the Mirror, but I wouldn't have known that.
Yeah.
Then there's other songs that he does like backing vocals. So if you hear like a lot of B2K stuff and that, you would hear his voice in the background, and you're like, right, like, I swear that's my man.
But even as a DJ, what would you say your take is on the party scene right now? So I'm going to say that you've probably come through maybe 1 or 2 different eras. So I think, did you come from the jungle era? Do you remember the whole jungle drum and bass era?
I remember it.
Not as a DJ, but
not as a DJ, yeah, I remember that. I used to go under 18 raves for the jungle raves.
So that means you went from, I think we went from jungle, we then went to garage. From
I
garage.
was a garage raver. That was my introduction to raving, was garage.
Ministry, man.
I used to go Coliseum,
And then we went from
Temple.
garage to funky house.
Yeah.
And I guess we've gone from funky house to maybe, what would you say is the UK, was it drill that was next up?
No, it was after, it was, remember, there was the grime era, but it wasn't so much of a rave scene, but it was a big thing. The Dizzies and the Wileys.
The grime come before funky house, right? Didn't
They
it?
come
Garage
before
then,
funky
right?
house.
Yeah,
Garage
funky
and
house.
grime.
Before, yeah.
And then what's come out after funky house for UK?
So we had
Jungle drum and bass.
then we had the Afro swing kind of
Swing
vibe.
era.
Okay, was that after funky house?
Yeah, that was after Funky
Okay,
House. So
then-
Funky House is about 08, 09 times, and then there was a little bit of a
gap.
gap,
Yeah.
and then you started with the Kojo funds and the
Young Bane and all
Young
that.
Bane and the
Then we went from there to, was it drill?
It's drill now.
Okay, and what would you say as a DJ or someone watching from the inside out? What would you say was the best era for music for the UK scene out of all of those genres?
I think for the UK scene, I would say personally from me, I think garage was the sweetest, but that's probably because it resonated with me and my age group. But I think when the UK was making the Afro swing vibe, it was like, it made a lot of millionaires. It started crossing over all around the world. It just fizzled way too quick. It just died a horrible death.
Was that because of COVID or not?
I think it was because it was burnt out, in my opinion. I think everybody started sounding the same. Then you got like every song started sounding the same, and before you know it, it's like they just continued with it until they made it unfashionable. Do you get what I'm saying?
You know who switched over well from that era? Tion.
Yeah.
Because Tion is from
Afro swing.
he's proper.
Okay.
He used to have a lot of Loverboy tunes. Then he
Or was it Afro swing? Would you call him Afro
Yeah,
swing or
he
UK
was
rap?
fully.
But then he
Like
went
his
to
rap
drill,
tunes
though,
were
wasn't
fully. Yeah, he just switched over to drill, but his rap tunes were all the beats were like on that Afro swing type vibe. So the switch over when he made the first couple drill songs that were taken off. I remember people saying that, yeah, you need to go back to making the kind of tunes you make. But he was like, right, these are the tunes that has made man the real money. You know what I mean?
But I don't get why they don't. All right, for Tion, for what I don't really listen to him. He's a bit of a younger demographic, but the tunes that are aimed at the women, I do the best.
100%.
Do the best, and I just don't know why people don't make more music geared to women. The music that lives the longest is the one that's geared to women. There's too much mandem just doing mandem songs, and they just die quick.
Sorry, Rams fell off.
It's funny you say that because there's a new guy from Florida called Boss Mandilo, and his tune "Get With Me" is going viral on socials. And the reason why his songs are going viral is because if you listen to all these songs, you don't talk about killing people. It's always about girl flexing on girls. You get me? It's always things to do with women. So if you properly listen to his lyrics, he's either flexing on women like bad bitch, 50th floor, eating hibachi. It's just all these random lines, but everything is indirectly women. So even in the comments, someone's like, right, how come my man is going viral so much? And Americans replied to other Americans saying, oh, it's because he raps about women and getting money. And that everyone's tired of hearing tunes to do with killing that's played out. So most rap songs now is always about who's bad in this, you know what I mean? People sending for their ups back and forth, but people say in the comments, everyone's tired of that. Everyone wants to hear about you having a good time, making money, enjoying with women. So that's why my man's tunes are going viral.
What would you say is, in regards to the DJ scene right now, what would you say are the things that you've noticed that you don't like? So let's say you could do a revamp, because I think for our age group now, let's say the 35 to 45 age group, is it fair to say that men and women don't dance with each other anymore?
100%.
And what do you think has caused that? What do you think has caused that energy in the club where women on one side, men on the other, like Montague and Capulets? How did it start?
Also, what year would you say that stopped?
Oh, well,
For us.
I've always known dancing with women. Like, so obviously, been coming up slow jam vibes or whatever. But then, even in garage, it was a standard. You go up behind the girl. That was standard. And then I think the music started becoming a bit more aggressive. So it started becoming the man that it was made for man that you don't dance with girls to gun fingers tunes. You get what I'm saying? But I feel like one of the biggest issues now is the social media thing.
Okay.
The cameras. Some people just the cameras out. Like I was in.
I never thought about that. That's actually a good point.
We was in Ibiza and there was a party in Ibiza and slow jams, and I'm on the mic. I'm saying, listen, turn off the lights. No phones. This is a no phone zone. And for security, if you see a phone, take them out the event. And I'm telling you, yo, people were crabbing up in the corner on some. Some coming like the blues dance vibe. They were dancing with each other, and I think the social media thing is mad because you got people on live going around.
Yeah, true.
Now there's people in there that shouldn't be in there. There's people in there that shouldn't be dancing with people that are in there. People that shouldn't be talking to certain people in there. So when the cameras are out, everyone's going to be on their best behaviour.
Of course, true.
Lock off the camera and people will relax a bit more.
I don't know. It's like the social aspect, I think, of raving, where men and women interact.
Thank you.
I think it's almost. I don't think it exists. You tell me the last time you've been to a rave in London with 35 to 45-year-olds where men and women have been dancing with each other.
I feel like, as I said, it doesn't really happen. We're trying to gear it towards that, but what you find is that the women come out in their droves and the men them don't come out. The men them don't really roll out to dances, and if they do, they don't scrub up properly. So the girls have made a mad effort, and then there's guys coming in, and it's just like no one don't really like. They just don't really play the game well.
Clubs are expensive though.
What's that?
Like now to have like a good night. Clubs are expensive because if you go out to a club and you're a standing man, you ain't got a table. That's not a good night.
Bro, life is expensive.
Life is expensive. Yeah, for sure. You're not wrong, but clubbing is expensive.
Also,
wait, do you need a table in London to get women?
No, but it's leverage.
We didn't even factor that because remember back in the day, another reason why dances like the dancing and all that was more free flowing. Dances was literally dance floor.
The tables are killed.
The tables are killed the vibe.
I've heard that a lot from promoters. That tables have killed the vibe.
Dances were actually you had proper dance floor. I remember like back in the day, you go to a dance now and you might go to the bar and you buy a couple drinks, but if you bought a bottle, you took the bucket and you put it right in front of you, and you be dancing with a girl in front of your bucket right in front of you. But now fast forward to this era, it's like you come into a dance and you've got your table. More time you're staying in your section with the same people. You're not even moving around. Whereas before, because it was so free flowing, you're going to the back of the dance to go talk to this girl. You find your little corner.
Table raving is dead. Table raving is dead. I don't care. It might be because I'm not a drinker. So I'm gonna give it that. But I also think that like it's intimidating for people that you want to speak to, but they're not in the section. So if there's a nice girl in the dance and you spot her and you giving her the call like that, it's the walk of shame. If you think about it, for everyone, look at her, right? So they know that. So and then you guys that are in there feel like it's like they playing this fucking hierarchy game, and really that shit just kills the vibe. Where if everybody's on the same level and we party and we enjoy ourselves, then it's cool.
But I think that I think as a DJ, for instance, when you're sort of playing music and you're looking into the crowd, let's say for instance you notice that for instance the crowd are not moving, and let's say for instance it's you're playing. What kind of things do you do to adjust that? So for instance, are you the kind of DJ that will just play Candy to get everyone moving? Because you get those DJs that there's a go-to song that gets you out of trouble. I think we can say one is Candy. I think what else would you say if you had to name three of like the go-to songs that get you out of trouble?
Well, you know what? I like to analyze the dance. There's always a reason why people ain't dancing. And without sounding like I'm bigging myself up. It's never really for what I'm doing. I've made all my mistakes a long time ago.
Okay.
So I'm pretty competent when I'm playing. But there's usually a lot of dynamics to why the place. So if the sound is shit,
Okay.
if the lights are on and everyone and the just the way everyone's set up doesn't feel right, people are not gonna just dance and stuff. If the guys, the DJ before or whatever, just kind of rush the party. There's so many different variables to why I dance, and then I try to fix those. So I would tell the promoter, you might want to lower the lights.
Okay.
You might want to section off this club because this club holds 1,000 people.
Have you bought seasons before?
I swear.
No, I'm just wondering. Just
No,
swear.
no, 'cause you do events, don't you?
no.
You do events, Chiz,
sure?
isn't it? Chiz, you do events,
You
right?
played at none of my dances.
So Chiz, you do events.
You're 100% sure.
So Chiz,
100%.
Chiz, you
I
do
swear
events,
you
Chiz.
have.
Hi, Chiz. Do you do events?
Yeah.
You
I
did
swear
it.
you have.
You did it.
No, I swear you have.
Oh no, just wondering. Sorry.
I swear you have.
And you know why you can say that a bit? Because I played in his
Yeah.
but only once.
Yeah.
So he's still
No,
got
but I
leverage
swear
over
you
you.
played- I swear you played once for me.
Okay. No, I don't think so.
Then why not been back then, bro?
Huh?
What are you trying to say? Did I?
No.
Was it Summer of Love? Was it Summer of Love?
No.
Wasn't it Summer of Love? So.
On the 30th of March.
Oh, we're doing the 1st of March.
I got an event on the Yours is the 31st of March.
It's a Sunday.
Yeah, okay, I'll be there. Thanks. Thanks, Gabe.
No,
Thanks.
no problem, man.
What's the commission?
Oh, I'm 50%.
Oh, whoa! I almost agreed to that.
You know what scene here? What scene they still...
Well, I haven't finished it, so let me finish.
You know what
Wait,
scene
one
they still
second.
dance with each other?
Wait, one
Some
second.
scene.
One second.
Yeah.
So your event's on what date?
The last...
31st of March.
Yeah.
And yours is on the...
30th.
Now, this is one thing. Now, as promoters
Yeah.
and as maybe people in the same scene,
Yeah.
when did you put your flyer up for your event? Just out of curiosity. When would you say it was out there?
Oh, from the last event, the 30th of December.
So that was last year.
Yeah.
Now, when did you put your flyer up?
Sometime last month.
Now, this is my question when it comes to events. Now, should there be any loyalty in the scene? So let's say, for instance, now you and Chizo know of each other. I'm not gonna say you're boys. Yeah, you know of each other. So if you see each other, you say and you call. Now, let's just say for some random reason you see Chizo's put his flyer up for 31st of March, and you're in your committee, just planning your events. You're like, yeah, what events are happening? And you see Chizo's got his event on the 31st. Now, man to man, would you see Chizo's event on a certain date and say, I'm not doing it that day? Would you say, no, there's enough money to go around, I'm doing it around the same day or on the same...
It all depends. Because I'm very strategic. I don't think me and Chiz we go for the same target audience.
Yeah.
If I had a similar target audience,
Yeah.
like for my event that he had, I would give him a call. That's just because I got the old school
And
mentality.
say what?
And say to him, bro, I'm thinking of doing my event on this day, blah blah blah. Or I might let him know that I'm moving it so that there's a if I move it without telling him, then he won't reciprocate.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if I tell him why I'm moving it, and but he would know that I'm his competition because we got the similar crowd.
You know what's
You see what I'm
mad,
saying?
yeah? How even about that. So up until maybe 2010, 2011, all the man them used to do that. So everyone have dances like in EC, then couple man might have dances South East, couple man might have dances South West, but everyone will phone each other to make sure there was no clashes. Or if you phone the next man and you ask him, right, who's got a dance on this day? You say, so and so. You be like, you know what, fuck it, I'll move mine till the next week. Or it will be the Friday, then someone have Saturday, and everyone used to go to everyone's dance. Yeah. Then everyone.
That's what you call a scene.
Yeah, and
but
everyone used to push each other's dance.
Would you say there's no scene right now?
No, there's no scene. There's no scene.
There's no scene, but then there's
Isn't there?
I'll explain
No,
something.
no,
What I
there's
think here. This is just from someone that's seen the different eras in it. So I used to rave in Coliseum, for example.
Yeah.
That's 1,200 people every week.
Yeah.
There's between 7 and 1,200.
I remember every man would be outside at the end flying each other's dance. So that's how you.
But there's enough people. That's a rave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they started killing the rave, and now we have to have rave parties in wine
Small
bars that
wine
hold
bars.
78 people.
Yeah.
This one holds 100 people.
Yeah.
If you can only have 100 people, why is everyone else locking off their dance? Nobody who's got nowhere. Where's the other 900 people gonna go?
There's enough
Yeah.
parties for everyone.
So your bar, for example, doesn't have the numbers to warrant that you're the only dance on that weekend. So it becomes. But I still think there should have been some form of committee with a bit of understanding. But then now everyone's a promoter.
Why did all the big parties get locked off? Why can't you do it anymore?
licensing issues.
Licensing.
You know, it's a combination of our people don't behave very well,
Yeah,
and there's a combination that we're treated a little bit different. So when we do some of the shit that's a bit mad, our penalties are a lot higher. Well, in Clapham, they've got the church on a Friday and Saturday is a makeshift hospital for the people that are drunk and disorderly and cause problems. They're not doing that means that they're willing to accept their behaviour up until a certain amount. So you can be drunk, disorderly, go out, cause trouble, and then you'll be fixed up in the makeshift hospital. Well, if we have one little scrap from a drunk and disorderly, we get turned off. We're not gonna get. So there's definitely a difference.
But is it? Now I'm not making excuses, but for every person that I've ever spoke to that works the doors, ever when it comes to events, clubs, raves, they've all said they don't like working black doors. This is whether it's white, Asian, avatar. No one likes working black doors. Now, yes, I believe we're treated probably more unfairly than the rest, but I would make an argument and say that when we have a problem in the club gets shut down.
Yeah, because there's
the club's not opening again.
But there's a time where I think sometimes the reaction, the council and all these people are very reactionary. They're not proactive. They don't look at things properly. And if there's a fight, my logic tells me this. I've seen a guy in a club, we've had problems, we've had a fight, and I'm not going to say that I lost because that would be silly of me. So he's ended up on the floor, claret all over it. Yeah. And then they close the club. The likelihood is I'm never even going to see this guy again. So that's so reactionary that you're going to shut down someone's business, shut down everything, and the problem will never even happen again. Do you see? Okay. If I was the owner or I was a regular or there was some way of proving that I'm going to be back there doing that same thing in the future, then I would understand the action of closing it down.
Now, do you know sometimes when places lose their license? I'll give you an example. So there's a place in Wednesbury in the West Midlands where it's called MJ's Bar. Now, somebody got shot in that nightclub sometime in August. Now, the venue didn't alert the police or tell the ambulance what happened, didn't say anything. So now, when you don't, as a license holder, alert the police and let them know this has happened, these are some of the reasons why clubs get closed. But once again, when we do something in a club, I'm not saying the others don't, ours tends to be a bit, it tends to be like, it doesn't end. It's usually someone's really hurt. It's not, and when white people tend to fight, generally it's not gang related. It's usually they've had a bit of drink, someone's argy-pargy somebody, they scrap and it maybe ends there. Our fighting tends to be a beef from...
Yeah, it's an extended... Is that man over there? It's one of them.
And as someone who owns a venue, let me pick my words right. We have issues.
Yeah. Okay, listen, let's look at it like this, yeah?
And, as well, if I was in Nigeria, and let's say there was an influx of Europeans coming into our venues and doing this sort of problems, I'm pretty sure I would hope that we was hardened them more than black people.
Yeah, I like the word you'd be hope.
Yeah.
But you probably wouldn't be.
We wouldn't be, but I'd like to think that if I was a club owner in Ghana or Nigeria and a lot of white people were causing fights in the clubs, I would like to think I'd be a lot harder on them than the blacks.
Yeah, I hear that. But the difference is, you didn't go into their country and take them and now make that Nigeria their land. Because technically we're owed this shit. Like, you brought us here, like I'm sure my ancestors didn't really plan all of this for me to end up here. Or you know what I'm saying? So that's a bit of a different argument, but I understand what you're saying. I do think we are quite extreme with it, but I do think we should have to understand our culture and then act accordingly. So I'll explain why. We don't, let's Brixton Academy for example, yeah? Rest in peace, Brixton Academy. Sorry, you know. But yeah, no, seriously, Brixton Academy, when there's a white concert, streams of people come out the tube station, walk down the road, into the building, see the concert, Bon Jovi, boom, gone home.
Yeah.
We all want to drive and park outside. So culturally, we're on that. There's never, like, we want to jerk man out there. We want all sorts of it.
And we can't queue.
We can't queue.
The white man is queuing around the building.
Yeah.
Very peacefully.
Yeah. So it's just, but that's culturally. So what I would say is, when you adapt to the culture and you start to you start to plan ahead. I'll tell you, I'll go back to the Movado concert, Stratford Rex. We pulled up to Stratford Rex. I can't remember the year. It might have been 09. We get there. 50 Russian man on the door.
Yeah.
Single file, bro. I've never seen single file like this, bro.
Yeah. And they know what time it is.
But they just know the man. They just know ticket, and the only words they understand is ticket and
fight.
Yeah, no, they're telling you can't say, hey, I beg you go get Chiso. Ticket.
Ticket or fight.
Brother, we conformed because we've come there and it's like, ooh. But what we've got is when you've got a dance and you're like, right, let me get them man there. So you've got man with ego on the door to search man with ego, and then you put women there. Now everybody's ego's inflated. Let's do let's just be strategic and do things a certain way.
But do Europeans or the whites have that issue? I don't think they do.
What do you mean?
As in on the doors, where they don't need to think about all of that stuff.
No, but they have different issues.
They've got different.
I know their main issue is probably the coke side of things, and I'm gonna be straight. Like they have the drug issue more than probably we do.
They have completely different issues. Like if we look at the rate of sexual assaults in our raves, it's probably a lot lower than sexual assaults in some other raves or other demographics. So depending on what you think,
what you consider is
like I'm talking date, drugs. Sorry, I don't know the correct word, but all of those kind of things. Those things happen in different places more than us. We will, we've got more fights, or we might fight a bit more harsh, or we might find a gun in the dance or a knife. But
it's minor, gun's minor.
No, no, but what I'm saying
is, it's a gun.
No, what I'm saying,
clap them and clap them.
You might find a gun.
I'm just saying. No, but I'm just saying.
Just a normal Saturday.
Different struggles, isn't it? Different struggles. So if you
it's a valid point you're raising though.
Yeah, it's the complete different struggles. So it depends on where your fight is. If you've been a victim of sexual assault, then you'd be very scared to go down to whatever club because that might happen again, and things are not put in place, and there's not the deterrence put in place, or drug misuse. A lot of people die every year of drug misuse in clubs and in pubs and in bars, but they're not highlighted because different struggles, different.
Would you say that? Okay, would you say, think when you was growing up, is it fair to say that maybe most of the issues that we found let's just talk about ourselves, how much of them has come from raving? So let's talk about yourself. How much, not saying you've had beef in your life, but let's just look at when you got past the age of 21. How much issue would you say arose from clubbing in your life? Maybe as a promoter, maybe as a raver. Would you say that any beef you've sort of had has come from the club?
Not me.
No?
Not me. I haven't really had beef in my life, to be honest.
Serious?
Honestly, I could tell you that. Like,
and how have you managed that?
Because I'm just not interested in that. I don't roll around causing trouble or anything. Or
every time I've had issues, it's not been my issues. Like, bruh, say you've barged into him, you two had a scuffle, but you're my brethren. You mash him up. He knows my next brethren. I've jumped in, I've stopped. Next day, I get a phone call. Chiz was there, blah blah blah, and I'm like, drop me out, man. Your brethren was drunk. He's running to my boy, and my boy beat him up. I've jumped in, I've stopped it before he's tried to do something. I said, you're gonna lose, innit? You're outmatched. There's me, him. There's more people just watching quietly, allow it. But then it becomes, need to link them, man. I'm like, no. There ain't gonna be no beef. When you see me, we're gonna nod and say hi to each other. We're gonna keep it how it is normally. So more time has always been other people's issue. Me, I don't get to beef with people. Like I'm just happy to go lucky.
I think the raving scene for a lot of us was the scene where I think guys were able to flex. I think for me is what I saw raving as is that say you're in the ends, you're in the community. The rave was where you come and show like, I'm really making my money. You pull up in your whip, you park outside, you come in your best Versace or pattern mosh back in the day. And fast forward to now, I say, the younger lot, when I see them raving, I don't know whether or not they're having more fun than we did.
It's not fun in there, bro.
I don't think so. I think a lot of it's
not fun in there.
A lot of it's ego based, isn't it? Now, I don't have an inflated ego. I think I've definitely got an ego, but it's not inflated. I don't like. We're never gonna ever. Well, this has always been from school days up to. I would never get into the who you screwing kind of bullshit, or why is man looking over here? Like, I would just like, I'm not looking at you, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and it's not even a shook thing. Like, I'm not fucking looking at you. I don't care.
Yeah.
And I never buy into that kind of stuff. Or, do you get what I'm saying? If I stepped on someone's foot, I would say sorry. I've got my inflated ego is not like that.
Yeah.
So, and also, I've got a bait face, bro. I'm bait.
Yeah.
So back in the day, like, if you see me once, you see me.
Yeah.
So I can't be the friend that's in everything.
Yeah.
Because you'll see me.
Yeah.
The guy on the button, I'll be getting fucked up all the time. So the best thing I can do is behave myself and know myself. I used to roll in areas that I didn't live, and live in areas that I didn't roll, and all sorts of. Do you know what I mean? So
where did you grow up in? It's in Maine.
I grew up in my teenage years I was in Streatham.
Oh, okay.
But I moved to Streatham in like when I was 14. So you don't really make friends just at 14, just on the end.
Yeah.
And them time there, like Mega Bowl was like the walk of death, innit? you walk past Mega Bowl, it's the walk of death. And I remember my dad saying to
I
me,
ain't stuck with there them days.
my dad used to say to me, listen,
Bus.
my brothers lived on New Park Road.
Yeah. Brixton Hill.
Yeah, Brixton Hill, and I used to live in Streatham.
Yeah.
So, and I used to obviously just walk down. First day I walked down, bare man, saying, "Bro, this is mad." But just keep walking. My dad saying, "Listen, just you live here. Just hold your head up and just keep moving. Innit? It is what it is."
Yeah.
And then before you know it, so me and
I'm a familiar
the local, I'm a familiar face. So me and the guys from Streatham don't even know each other, but they know I'm from Streatham,
Yeah.
and I know they're from Streatham. So eventually, the walking past, nods, and now I'm respected, they're respected, and it's not that kind of thing. But we didn't make friends. I wasn't in that time, but I could have been if I had avoided them and always went the back road, or always made sure I was on the bus or whatever. Then it could have got silly. But you just got to confront everything and just be neutral. And you see that I'm not in no fuckery.
You know what's crazy? How you said earlier on, when you go dances, there's more women than men. Every single promoter goes through the same thing now, and it goes back to the new era of youths being in different beefs where a certain man might not come to my dance because they think I'm more friendly with so and so. And you said about being neutral, but because they know you're from the same area as these batch, they're gonna come. For instance, when I do raves, no one from Brixton comes, even though I'm from Brixton, because there's too much internal, you know what I mean, squabbles going on. So I'm cool with man from where you mentioned, and I'm cool with man from town. Can't have both in the same dance.
Why do you guys? I know you're trying to mention the beef that certain guys have, but do you reckon that's the reason why predominantly raves are? I couldn't give a percentage, but predominantly I would say it's mainly maybe 6 women to 1 man.
Yeah,
I think it's
because a lot of men.
It's a very high ratio of women to men.
A lot of guys do not want to go to a dance and clash in a dance.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Why are men not partying as much as women are?
I think there's many
in our scene.
I think there's many factors to it, and again, the table thing kills it because. Do you see if raves were back to like they were, and you didn't it didn't feel like a spectacle for some people? Because some man, boy, you know what? I ain't got the money to go out with you, man.
Okay.
Just like literally, like bro, we're just going to a dance, bro. Like just to get a fucking Heineken and dance. But it's not like that no more.
Yeah.
You gotta be there, and you gotta turn up. You gotta do that, and that is too much for some man. And yeah, the stunting is probably taking it out. The beef thing for me, as I said, I'm not that shit. It's not in my world. Like it's not in my world. I carry myself in a certain way. Like I can go anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm respected because I don't take no shit. But it's not a bad man thing. I'm a fucking man, innit?
Yeah.
So I don't go and flex my but I'm not interested in none of this. There's a lot of people that share the same mindset as me. They just don't go out because it's just not a nice environment. Do you know what I'm saying?
And it's expensive compared to before, like you said, like let's say like us that only drink, you go to the dance now, and because you don't drink now, you're not gonna buy a table. So what you're gonna be doing? You're gonna be playing standing man in a gap that's just, you know what I mean?
Don't want to be a standing man.
You're always in the way.
You're always in the way. Yeah. The staff are coming out the bar. They hit you with the bottles to go to the table, doing light show, and the sparklers is licking the back of your head because you're doing standing man. So it becomes proper uncomfortable.
How much would you say boils down to it being that man them don't feel they can draw anymore in a dance and don't feel that it's social enough to make a point of going? So for instance,
You could always join a dance.
As in, for instance, I don't see the point of going. I know it sounds silly, but for me to go to a rave, to stand by a table, to drink drinks with myself and my boys, to go home, doesn't seem like a great night. And I'm not saying that I want to be able to dance with women and draw, but it's when you actually think about the concept, you pay £500 or a bag for a table. You've got there with the boys. You're now partying with your boys. The dance is finished. You've gone home.
It's a bad night, man.
Okay, have you ever rang your boys to say let's go to a rave? I feel like dancing.
No. No.
Have you just ever rang your boys and said, yo, I feel like dancing tonight, let's go out? Women do.
No, but I think the dancer boys have more fun though. It's not the man them who go and really.
So what do you go raving? Be honest, what do you go raving?
That's the reason. That's the reason why I said.
What do you go raving?
The only scene that hasn't died and it's thriving is the soca scene.
Soca, yeah.
The soca scene ain't
what do you
died.
go raving?
Thriving.
When you're single.
If I keep it real, it's not about being single, bro. Because I DJ, I don't rave like that. That's the unfortunate part of it. This whole thing is like
It feels like work.
It feels like work. So like it's really difficult for me to really go. I have to like for me to go out like and decide I'm taking the night off. I'm not taking no bookings. I'm going to a rave. It'll have to be someone's birthday that I really care about, not just any birthday, like a significant one or my something. So you know what? Fuck it. I just wanna like. There's a dance every December that I just wanna go to, like because I've worked the whole year, and so I find a December dance and go, and then I'm just prepared to just let my hair down. But more time.
But why do you think man them go raving? Let's talk about the 35 to 45-year-old bracket.
I think the same reason as everyone else, to let their hair down, to enjoy themselves, to be
but
social.
What is enjoying themselves?
I think most men would like to go and meet a woman. Like if I keep it on the basic, meet a woman, talk to a woman, just be in the environment with women. It's not always like from a creepy perspective, but just to be around them and just have a nice time. That's what I think men go to rave for. I don't think men just say, like, Gabes, let's just go and just dance. I don't see it. I don't see it.
Yeah, we don't do that. I can't tell you the last time.
I'll tell you another thing, yeah. What sells dancers and what kills dancers? The videos and pictures in the dance.
Like the club photographer and stuff.
Huh?
Like the club photographer and stuff.
Yeah, and the video guy.
Oh.
I'll give you an example. So last year I did an all-white party, and one of my friends, bare man like her. So the video guy, he's clocked onto this. I said, yeah, go film her. She's doing that walk. The video starts with her. The next dance is busy because of her. Because I said to him, put her first 8 seconds. Then there was a couple other girls I know. I said, yeah, focus on them ones. And so instantly.
Did you give her a commission?
Hell no.
You're exploiting.
Used her for.
She said that. She voiced up me and said, "Rah, you try to use me to make sales." I said, "Mate, I know how the game works. The psychology is."
So she must be really attractive.
If man them
I would like to know.
She
I would like to know who she is.
if man them see pretty girls, instantly.
So can I see this video?
You see it after. If man them see pretty girls, instantly, it makes them think.
But pretty subjective.
Huh?
Pretty is subjective.
Yeah, but you know what?
Pretty subjective.
The reaction was.
Have you seen some man's baby mother?
I don't think
Have you seen some man's baby mother?
I don't think it's subjective.
It's subjective. Listen, there's
Pretty
subjective.
There's
It might
pretty,
be an accident.
Listen, there's pretty that they tell you is pretty. So there's pretty that we fall into. Like when they make things marketable, there's pretty that we fall into. Do you get what I'm saying? Listen, I grew up. Listen, I'm light skinned. I'm the lightest in my family, and sometimes when I was growing up, people say, "Are you think you're too nice?" Like I don't think I'm too nice. I never have. It's not. But because I fit what they say is attractive, then people would class me as attractive. But really, it's subjective. It's subjective.
Okay, we use symmetry to basically define what pretty tends to be or what good looking is. So when someone's got symmetrical face, everything matches up in the lines. We say that's pretty. We tend to go with the Eurocentric idea of a small nose, you know, all of that. But to say that there isn't a unilateral,
the nose has to be so. I want a girl's. I want white. I like dark skinned black woman. She have to look. I want to know you're like a black woman. I don't want to. And none of this Eurocentric thing.
Is it not fair to say that unilaterally there is an idea in our heads of what, whether it's been taught or not, we can look at somebody and say, even if I don't find you attractive, that this person is pretty. Are we going to say that there isn't a universal idea of what pretty is.
Yeah, but that's why I'm saying it's subjective. Because as you, let me tell you why I say this. Let me tell you why I say this. Hold on, listen. So you two, yeah, muscle men, yeah.
He is.
As you two are muscle men,
Photoshop, man.
like. The other day you was talking about how you just wear V-necks and do chest only, yeah. But there's parts of the world where you will go there and you're not even the big belly man is the attractive man.
I'm talking about facial features.
No, but I'm saying the big belly man is the attractive man based on like the way he is. Do you get what I'm saying?
Okay.
So this is everything is subjective. They can force and feed anything. So there's certain parts where if you're light skin, you're this. If you're this place, you're dark skin. If you've got long hair, short hair.
I disagree, but what I'm trying to say though is, okay, let's look at someone like Ovi, okay, from Big Brother.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, is it Big Brother? No.
Love Island.
Love Island.
Yeah.
I think it's fair to say that if you were to pick 500 black women, each and every one of them would say Ovi's attractive. Does that still make attractiveness subjective?
Would 500 women say that he's if he was in a place where there was 500 other black men? Would they say that because if you put him on the TV and he's the only black man and then he's on TV, that already has an appeal. Okay, this is just like you put someone in a car.
Wait, he come to my dance last year, yeah?
Yeah, but he's still famous.
No.
He's famous.
No. He come to my dance last year. He was chilled in a dark corner, quietly, and I saw girls there in the walk of see me.
You're right. Part of it is because he's famous.
Okay.
But are you going to sit there and tell me that there is not a universal idea of what attractiveness is?
I believe it's all subjective, but they tell you what it is because deep down they tell you Rihanna might be the whatever, and you can't fucking stop fancying Precious. That just shows you that they tell you that Rihanna's pretty, so you buy into the idea that Rihanna's pretty. But the fact that you fancy Precious, you tell yourself, "Oh, I got like a, I got a thing for fat things or whatever."
Pretty doesn't exist. So let's say we wasn't taught. Say we wasn't taught it.
Yeah.
As I know we've been conditioned.
Yeah.
I'm not going to pretend that you're not right. But are you telling me that there is not that you can't that if we wasn't conditioned to think what attractive was or what was unattractive, that everything would just be on an even playing field? You'll not look at someone and be like, and look at someone and be like, hell no.
No, I do, but I think, listen, if I can only imagine what way back in the day was like, innit? But there was someone for everyone, innit? I don't think that the notion of this one woman could sell something to the whole village. I do think that everyone had you're just attracted to what you're attracted to. You like what you like. Do you get what I'm saying? That person you're attracted to them. It's like the two magnets or whatever. Now, if you look at things like this, there's so much things that are not natural. Fame is not natural to the level that we have it. That some people will lose their mind. There'll be a bunch of people that don't like white boys. Don't fancy white boys. Fuck that. That's what the Gallum are saying, yeah? Then you go on Chuck, Justin Timberlake. Justin Timberlake comes into that dance. These guys are losing their mind. Like the same gal don't like, do you see what I'm saying? Or I don't like light skinned boys. And Chris Brown walks through, they lose them.
That whole not liking light skinned boys is nonsense anyway.
Of course it is.
That narrative, yeah? Let me interrupt you. The AFCON final was on. Who were all the girls running after in the Nigerian team? The light skinned brother. So just to go back, that whole idea that light skinned men are not in fact, it's the biggest nonsense
even when you hear the word
ever.
Fashion, it just goes to show that my point is what it is. They tell you what it is. Do you get what I'm saying? So the Ovi thing, these girls, like the fame, this, that, because I'm sure Ovi before Love Island was the same man, and if you was to ask him, I know you don't know him, like did he get the same level of attention? I bet he says no.
No, he still got Giad, but obviously when you're famous, it changes. But my point is that if you still put 500 women in a line, and you said, is Ovi attractive? I can't give you a figure or a number, but the vast majority would say yes. That's why I didn't ask. Is being attractive subjective? That's what I'm saying. Are you saying handsome doesn't exist? Are you saying pretty doesn't exist?
Also, it is subjective. It has to be.
But
for it to not be subjective, everyone would have to agree, and I could guarantee I could go out on the road and find someone that's better than attractive.
But my point is that if the majority, okay, even though there was exceptions to the rule, if the majority say this is something, even if you may get the odd one or two that say no, I just don't see how we can say I just don't see attractiveness being subjective.
Okay, so let's ask it like this. Sorry.
Go on.
Who would you say is the most attractive white woman? Like just famous white
I think if am I going by what?
No, for you.
For me,
yeah.
I would say for me it would be Angelina Jolie.
Okay, and I'll tell you something.
Go on.
When it comes to white men, she's nowhere near the top. So straight away,
Yeah.
you going for someone with dark features, and you're going so you're going by what you think is pretty based on yourself.
What I'm trying to say is that it doesn't negate the fact, in my opinion, that person, someone will still say is attractive. Like for instance, let's say there was a scale, and let's say you've got attractive hair, unattractive hair, then you've got bits that go up and down. I think it's fair to say that if you got the top end, and let's just use Beyonce as a top end, and I don't want to use the word precious, but I'm going to use the word precious. I say precious at the bottom end. I think 100% of people would agree that
100%
would say that Beyonce is more attractive than Precious.
Let me ask you a question.
Would you disagree? Would you disagree with that?
I don't think I disagree, but let me say,
no,
let me just prove it quickly. The average Beyonce and the average Precious, who's got the most kids and the most and probably married? Probably married.
Out of the two?
Yeah, on the average across the board. So when I say the average, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So the top attractive women and then the top precious women, whatever. That what would you say across the world like is the most married and settled down?
I wouldn't know, but I'm gonna assume you're gonna say the Precious.
No, I'm asking you.
I don't want to make assumptions, but I'm gonna assume probably the lower end.
So why do you think that is?
Because I think what men tend to want to have as their trophy, or have a and I don't say this in a derogatory way, but what men with a bit of sense realise is that when it's time to settle down with a family, the qualities that woman on the lower end of the scale, and I'm trying to pick my words right, is probably what you want as the mother of your child. And also their insecurities play a huge part, because I've always said it, not that I could ever get Beyonce, maybe I'm not in the same scene as her, but guys need to understand when they're with a baddie or someone on that level, their ego can't contain it. Because so many, like, I've seen the DMs of certain women, and bruh, my ego wouldn't, I don't think I can handle it.
So what do you think? So what do you think?
I'd rather not have you as my girl.
So wait, why do you think?
I'll be real. Bro, see me, I've always said, see me, I don't pretend.
I'm shocked.
Like, one of my boys, I'm not gonna mention his name, his girls, fire. They had an argument one time.
You offered her the shoulder quick time.
Wait.
Hey, come.
She booked a holiday with her girls to go to a certain country. Rattled, because he knows.
Yeah, you know she ain't.
He's seen the ball players in their DMs. Not that she's gonna go there. He's seen the rappers in their DMs. This is his girl. She laughs and says, "Oh look, LeBron just DM'd me." Just as a bat, and he's sitting there like. Now,
she didn't argue with
a lot of us men have got away with throwing our power. So sometimes we bat on our level and a bit under, so that we're the king of the castle. The day you start now maybe stepping up a level and having to work a bit more, these girls now have access to the whole world. And now you've got to be on job now. You've got to apologise to her without realising that, because you know that at any given moment, not saying that she's gonna be snatched by somebody, but when you're batting on your level and you're the king of your castle. Now, and once again, when people say level, they take offence when I say that, and I feel everyone's got a level.
But what, like, when you say, are you talking about a level of attractiveness for you versus her, or are you talking about status?
I tell you what's funny. Some women will read this, watch this, and be like, "What do you mean level?" There are guys who have come to move to you, and you'd be like, "Ugh, how dare he?" There's guys who have DM'd you, and you'd be like, "How dare he?" So there is levels to it. Let's not pretend. There's times you've gone in a dance behind a girl. I'm not saying it's you or you. And she started moving forward, and you're like, "Rotted." Like, there's levels.
But that's happened to everybody.
But
there's no single person that has like never had knockbacks.
No, but that shows you there's a level.
Yeah, but there doesn't show there's a level.
There is, because
listen, if you go and dance behind a girl,
forget the dancing as an analogy. You go to move to a girl, you're polite and everything. She says no, she's not interested.
What about if she's genuinely?
Because she doesn't find you attractive all the time.
What about if she's just come? What about if she's got a man?
Okay.
Or she's just come out of a. No, but there's many different factors. But if you're really attracted by your breath stink.
Let's throw all the caveats aside. Let's throw all the caveats aside. She's got a man. She's just come out of a relationship. This woman is single. Everything's going good in her life. Guys approach her, she's like, "No, thank you."
I think there's a level for that as well.
There's levels.
For the
I know it sounds bad, but there's levels to everything.
So
wait, do you think it's every guy you can get?
Me?
Yeah.
No. But
why not?
Because I'm a human, and my looks are going to be subjective.
Some people are not going to fancy me.
But there's more to that than looks. There's also status.
Yeah.
There's also finances. There's also power.
But there's
so
some people I'm not going to be. I can meet someone's requirements and still not be right for them.
No,
So they might see me and think.
But getting to know you on face value, when you're trying to get someone's number, all of that is not really known.
So listen, why I say all of this. Yeah? This is why I say all of this. Yeah. Because if everything was just so black and white, then we would all be with one set of people and all chasing one set of people.
And
women chasing that guy. You see, listen, hold on. But status, yeah, financial status and security and soft life is a complete different thing than a person. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this is why they might all be chasing the ideal status. If there was no finances, if it meant nothing, if it all went down the drain, it meant nothing. We're in a recession now, they said, and everybody just broke. Yeah. If it was all downhill for everybody and there was no more status, then you would see that the sought after men in the 1% or whatever will start changing. But the men who get the pussy, they're not usually in that. So they're going by the ideals. But the man who are beating, because there's a lot of men who don't have sex. There's a lot of men. No. There's a high percentage of men who just can't get sex.
No, it's true.
And it's not that they're into. Some men just can't get it. Yeah. Why do
you think that is?
For why? There's many different reasons. Confidence. There's so many different levels. There's so many different. But some of them, man, listen. This is why I say this.
There's a hierarchy.
Let me tell you why I keep saying this stuff. Yeah, because the bookie man, the man outside the bookie. Broke like dog. He put all his money on the horse and he's getting gal.
He's got game.
He's got game. But this is what I'm saying. But
Confidence.
if on paper,
a certain type of gal.
On paper he's getting gal. He's getting
a certain type.
But on paper,
That's his level.
You'd be surprised at the gal. You'd be surprised. And some of the women that like have the 1% men who live in this house, you'd be surprised the pool guy gets beat. Guy, you'd be so there's so many different caveats to everything.
Timing and opportunity.
Are you saying though that you've never looked at a woman before and thought you're gonna move to her and thought, nah, she's not gonna have it?
No, not me.
Okay, have you ever?
When I was younger.
So what I'm trying to get at this is that there's guys who are on social media, because the new way to move to get women now is social media.
Not for me, man.
Now, I can categorically tell you there are guys who will look at a woman, see she's got 500 followers, 500,000 followers, and not even attempt to follow her.
But I told.
Or even click like.
Wait, where's? Turn the camera.
That's because it's not
Gabriel, those are the gal who you're more than likely gonna get. That's what
Because most
men
men
don't
don't
realize.
try to-
But you have to
Most
see them
men
in
don't
person
try.
though. You have to see them in person.
Real.
Pardon?
So the girls are like, let's say 500,000 followers. You have to see them in person,
Not
and now
always.
it's access. I don't have access to the places you're in, so there's a level.
No, not always.
There's a
I'll
hierarchy.
give you an example. Like you see me here.
I'm not seeing her in Sainsbury's.
I'll
Okay,
give you an example. Yeah.
So
I'll give you an example.
You see a girl on a
I'll
PJ,
give you an example how one time I jailbroke someone's DMs. So I made one funny meme. Yeah, it was on Buff American. She's got like a stupid amount of following. I made one funny meme now, and it was I put a tune over Dexter's mum walking, and I've sent it to her DMs, and the caption come from another person who said, "Right, women are built like this and wonder why I'm talking to myself in the DMs." Then the American thing seen it and she busts up laughing. Boom, DM access. She replied. We start going back and forth. Boom, 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 talking. Then she's like, "Oh, you're mad funny." Ding, follow. Now, I just play super cool. So she would be the one. You get what I'm saying? After that, she became the one checking all the time. So when I started talking to her properly, she's like, "Raw, loads of guys don't really holler at me because blah blah blah." She like.
So basically,
I was thinking, I was thinking she wasn't gonna see the DM. She's like, "Raw, I see all my DMs." But she goes at the same time. She goes, "I'm not even gonna lie to you. I went on your page."
Alright, so just to get a vote, you're saying that there's no such thing as levels.
No, there's levels.
So someone could be out of your level.
No,
Yes
there's levels, but
Can somebody be out of your level?
It's down to like you said it. Like when I was younger, I would have seen a girl and I've got stage fright and think. But as I've got older, I'm like, shit. If I miss,
Can somebody be out of someone's level?
But you're changing the question because it wasn't about levels. It was about attractiveness.
Yes.
And when I was saying that, I think it's subjective.
Yeah.
There's going to be levels socially. There's going to be places that have zero access.
So when you think I'm gonna knock you back, you think it's just because of something, not because of your looks.
No, I think there's many.
Bro,
I think there's many different
Why
reasons.
would you be thinking about that?
Wait,
some of the
have you ever not, when you get knocked back, you ever not thought to yourself it's because she doesn't find me attractive?
Of course, but I
Yeah, that's my point now.
But I know that not every.
This happened to me too.
No, but listen, I know that. No, but I know that. But listen, I know
You're not going to be attractive to everyone,
nobody's
though.
saying that.
Yeah,
I know.
But that's what I'm saying.
And I'm fine with that.
The reason I'm saying that is the point is that I'm saying is
It's the
because
same way we're doing the same thing.
cannot be attractive to everybody. And even the girls that they say the Beyonces, they are people that are not attracted to them.
Bernice, what's her name? Bernice.
Burgos.
Okay, let's use her as an example.
Yeah.
Would you argue and say that if you're a black man who finds black women attractive, that do you think you can find me in a man that doesn't find her attractive?
Really?
This is my point. Like there are unicorns in this thing.
So wait, hold on. So why do they all touch up their pictures, all put on makeup, all wear weave? If they're so unicorny, why don't they just come out, just nappy head and just get man running them down? Why? No, I'm just saying. Why do they still do everything to fit into this attractive box? Why do they still play the game? If you're so attractive, don't spend no money. Don't waste. What are you wasting money for? You're wasting money.
A lot of people are never satisfied.
Botox. What? You're just
A lot
go.
of people are never
Okay,
satisfied.
What are we doing?
Do we want women natural? As men?
Of course.
You
I
want
think
women
men
natural?
prefer it.
I'm asking, do you want a
I
natural
think
woman?
I prefer natural.
So how far natural do we go?
I mean, listen.
How far? Armpits unshaved?
I don't think you know
Legs
me.
unshaved,
I don't think you
legs-
know me.
hairy
bro.
legs?
I don't think you know
I'm
me.
saying hairy
You
legs?
see, me not business.
Hairy legs.
Me not business, brother. I'm telling you, I
Hairy
don't.
legs?
I like woman, and I prefer.
Hairy
I would prefer a hairy leg, hairy armpit, hairy pum pum, than fake nose, fake everything. I'd prefer that.
Okay.
If I have to go for I don't want the extreme. I don't want the Barbie doll that takes 6 fucking hours to get undressed because she got to take everything off, and when she gets in bed, she don't look like no one that I know. You get what I'm saying? I don't want that. What are we doing here? So,
You know what?
but I prefer. I would prefer
knows my track record.
like to meet in the middle. But if I have to go the extremes, if it's an extreme thing, just give me the bush. Give me the bush. Give me the bush and not the plastic. I prefer the bush than the plastic.
And the thing is that I agree. I'm gonna sound like I'm contradicting myself. I agree that attractiveness is subjective to every individual. Because the same way someone might say you're cute and handsome, someone may say you're not. The same way, whatever it is. But I still believe that there is a. I think you can objectively look at somebody
Sit down, you ugly.
and say this person is ugly. And then, but your argument now is why do we call that person ugly? Which I guess is now another question, which I guess makes you right, in the sense that we've been conditioned.
Yeah, because I'm saying this. Imagine, yeah. Say for example, yeah. They just said, you know what, fuck it. We're just gonna do. If you're not size 16 and above, you're not a model. And if you got weave and all that, you're never gonna be on a magazine. No one's gonna like your Instagram or nothing. And everything else pushed towards attractive. All the magazines, all this, all that, all of this, all of this, all of that was just big things that we could.
After 20 years.
After 20 years, after 20 years, because they say in there's a country, I don't know what it is, somewhere in Asia, somewhere around Vietnam.
The women have to be fat.
They have to be fat, or they don't get no play. If they're not big and fat, and I'm talking truck size fat. What? The biggest thing in the country is the most attractive.
The top woman, she struggles to breathe, and walk. So they were
she's
like,
the
they
top
said,
girl in the
she's
country.
the most attractive. In
This Bernice Burgos, if she goes to that country, they'll
yeah, no man look at
where this gal I got? Give her 5 pizzas, she ain't ready. Yeah, I'm telling you. But that is what that country is driven towards. That is what they believe in their track, and that's what their citizens are told.
You know
and
what?
these youths grow up thinking that fat things.
It goes back to what you said about the light skin man and the season. I think like programming was go back to school days now. All the light skinned guys that look like Genuine and the ones that look like
Genuine not light skin.
and the ones
like
that
brown skin kind of.
No, but
it's cruelly. It's what cruelly offensive.
yeah, from
Isn't it?
I think they take offense to everything.
the man them look like they was in the SKL packaging. And the light skinned man them, they were the guys back then.
But light skin was never out of fashion. I don't know
Then
where
all
this
of a sudden,
conversation-
no. Then this is where the dark skin hype started. When flipping Baby Boy and these, all of a sudden it come at 1 year back to back black movies where dark skin men are the main character, the one the ladies like. Then all of a sudden it's gone from the man that we look like Esco and the packaging is women saying, that's my type, to I only like dark skin men, and I think to myself, stop lying, bitch.
But that's what's been driven to you, though, isn't it?
Yeah, you've been programmed.
When you look at that flipping, what are they called? What's them brothers? Milli Vanilli and that. They just tell you that you're dark, you're not attractive. You're dark, you're not attractive. So they force it. They force that narrative, and then the people buy into it. We all buy into shit that we see, and so that's why I think it's subjective. But there is definitely levels. There is definitely levels. But I do think that deep down, like, your levels will always. You could always be humble. You see, like they say, all right, cool. Listen, for millionaire, big time, high value man, millionaire, boom. But now he's stuck in the woods with no money, no phone, no nothing. And whoever he sees, he's on their level. Because you've actually got no means. You've got no access to your means of anything. You're just a man right now.
Yeah.
And now you have to deal with just being a man.
Yeah.
And if all you have and if all your value is in your bits and your bobs, then you're gonna be fucked up when you have to be the man.
In the change of environment.
Yeah.
Change of circumstances.
Do you get what I'm saying? That's why they say stuff like, and this comes down to when with the really attractive women that they put at the top of the scale, when they strip them away of all of the security, the layers, like you're just a person, and that's why I do believe in levels, but they can always be stripped down because we're deep down you're human. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? When you're fucked up and you're back against the wall. That's why when you're in prison and any way that your back is against the wall, and you're stripped of all your protection.
The real you would have to step up to the game. You get me? But it's problematic because I don't know, man. Like, it goes back to when Gabriel said earlier on, if you see a certain women, do you feel like, right, they're out of your level? Like I said, when I was younger, maybe, but I don't know. When I got older, I don't care whether she's rich, famous.
Do you think every girl's within your reach?
Bro, everything now is within. You know what I realised? Yeah?
No, man. I might have confidence.
But you know what it is as well? I think
confidence.
it goes back to what Wes said about social circles. Because when I've been around certain man, and I'm like, rah, how the hell did he get that thing? And that's made me realise that, you know what, he might have got her because his status, but you're in the same dance as him in his yard or something, and the girls that he's brought to try and flex on, they're giving you attention. So after
I've been out,
you get what I'm saying, over years your confidence builds up that you don't care that you ain't got as much money as them. You realise that you can get whoever you want. It's just because of who you are. You get what I'm saying?
Well, I admire the humanitarian in you. I admire the philanthropist in you.
Humanitarian.
I've lived my life seeing people get knocked back.
Bro, everyone gets knocked.
I've got one of my mates here, and I ain't no oil painting. I've got one of my mates. We used to rave. He gets knocked back.
We say he's got nerves of steel because he keeps going back.
You know what?
I mean, I've never seen him get a number.
And he still goes for it.
But it got to a point where it was comedy. He used to do it just for the fun of it.
Has he got a woman though? Did he, like, eventually?
Eventually, but and listen, now let me.
Stayed with it forever.
Now I'm not gonna talk on. I'm be respectful now.
At first, you don't succeed.
I'm gonna be respectful now.
Let's try again.
Say that there's levels, and to say that, I know it sounds bad to say, because obviously if there's tall, there's short, if there's fat, there's slim, if there's
rich, there's poor, there's all.
So there's got to be the other extreme, and I'm pretty sure that there's women who have tried to move to you, and you've been like,
100%.
Bro,
100%. I'm like, allow it. Yeah. What have I done to deserve this? What is happening here?
Remember Mark said that recently?
What's happening here?
Mark said that recently. He was like, what have I done to deserve this?
It's happened. And it's shallow of me, but I've definitely thought that.